Hello once again, and welcome to Moodle for Everyone. I'm Dr. Edward Bethel, and in this video, we're going to be talking about discussion forums. In the previous videos, we've been looking at your introductory section of your Moodle course, and you'll notice that there are three of these content types with the blue and green chat call-out buttons next to them. Each of these are discussion forums. Now, in the last video, we looked at this one here, which is the announcements discussion forum. And really, that's not a typical one because only the teacher can post to that. And it's specifically constructed so that the teacher can give announcements about the course. These two here are more typical discussion forums. And you'll also notice that throughout the course, we have included at least one discussion in each week. Because remember, each of your weeks or each of your modules should have at least three different types of things. One, learning content, and that would be what this page was here. Two, interaction, opportunities for the students to interact directly with the instructor and the fellow students. And typically for asynchronous courses, we use discussion forums for that purpose. So we've included one of those here. And an assessment. And we said typically in Moodle courses, we use one of two types of assessment, an assignment, as is this page with a hand holding it, and a quiz, as is this page with a check mark through it. We'll look at those in future videos, but for this video, we're going to look at forums, discussion forums. And again, remember we said that there were two in your opening introduction section, and one of these is for each of the students to post to an introduction of themselves and to reply to at least two of their classmates. So let's see how these things work. If you click on the discussion forum, it'll actually take you to the discussion page. And there will be a brief description of what it is all about. And then students and the faculty member will have an opportunity to post to the forum themselves. Let's take a look at the background. In order to change how these things appear, you always go up into the top right and click the settings cogwheel, click on edit settings, and you will notice that that little description that you saw on the course page appears in the description box as we saw earlier. And down here where we set up the settings for the forum. The first thing that we want to decide is what type of forum do we want this to be. There are four different types, and if you click on this drop down, you'll see all the different, five different types, and the drop down will show all of the different types. So standard forum for general use is what is defaulted to when you set up a forum. And what that means is that each student and each faculty member can create a new topic in that forum and everybody can reply to it. And that's generally what we think of for discussion forums, but there are also other types as well. There is also one where you can have a question and answer. And in that type of forum, the instructor posts a question and then the students just are asked to reply to them. By the way, if you click on this little question mark here, it will tell you what each of these are about. So the five forum types, we talked about the standard forum for general use, an open forum where anyone can start a new discussion at any time and anyone can reply. So the first one here is a single simple discussion. The teacher would post a discussion topic and then everyone can reply to. This is if we just want students to reply to a specific question. In the second one, each person must post one discussion and one only. The third type is a question and answer. And for this one, students must post their own forum before their own response before they can see the other students' posts. Then the fourth is a standard forum, but it's just posted in a blog-like format. So it's just like a regular forum, but it just looks like a web blog. And people can reply to blog posts in the same way that they could on a blog. So basically, instead of just seeing the topic, you actually see the post itself. As I said, the default is standard form for general use. Availability just indicates when this is available to students to post and when it is closed, after which students cannot post. Because this is the initial form about getting to know you, no limits, we place no limits on that. Attachments and word count are used if you want to specifically limit the number of words that a student can post to that form. Also, you can include to allow or disallow attachments, and this number here can determine whether you can allow students to attach files to their posts. I'm going to limit that to 1, so they will be allowed to, but they're not going to be allowed to just post endless attachments. Subscription and tracking. What this means is that you can either have optional, force, or disable it. If you are subscribed to a forum, you will receive email indicators whenever someone else posts to the forum. It can be a bit of a pain, so I don't generally recommend that you turn this on. Discussion locking. This allows you to close off the discussion after a certain period where no one posts to the discussion. By default, it's set to do not lock. Threshold for blocking. So this is if you want to, when moderating the forum, if you're concerned that some people just are continuously posting, you can then block someone after a certain number of days. Now, whole forum grading, this will allow you to actually assign a point value to the forum, and then it will ask you how you want to grade that. For this initial post, this initial form, we're going to put none because this is just an introductory form. Note that you can also rate form types, and that is the ratings can be anything from numerical ratings or can also be uh, word ratings, etc. I'm not going to put any rating for this. Common module settings. Yes, we want it to be appearing on the homepage, and then the rest of these are general settings for any content type that you would have in your course. So that's how you set your forum up, and then you can just click go ahead, save, and display. And the reason that I want to go back to the forum is because for this first getting to know you forum, you always want to start this off yourself. So you as an instructor should always go and add a new discussion topic yourself. And then put a brief message in that can give students an idea of how they can respond when they are posting to the forum. Then click post to forum, and then this is what students will see when they log into the forum, and then they can actually click on a different post, and then they can reply to it as well. So before you close that forum off altogether, be sure to make your own post, and then you can open that up for students to work on. So that's discussion forums. Remember, we said that you should have one of these for each of your modules so that students can have a way of interacting with the content and interacting with one another. Thanks, and if you like this video, please subscribe and click the like button. I look forward to seeing you again in more videos from Moodle for Everyone. Have a great day.